Hey there, this is Niels Beardfoot and today we're building a burger bag from leather. Get your pattern printed, cut it out and transfer it on the leather and cut that out too. Bevel all the edges and then we can punch some holes. After this we can moisten our veg tan leather completely and put in some stamps. Not only do we need the bread for this bag, but also some ingredients like tomatoes, onions, salad and cheese. For the meat I like to use my stone to get in some meat-like texture. On a few pieces we also want to thin out the flesh side, so this makes it a little bit more even in the end and makes it easier to bend this edge. After we got all our pieces cut and tooled, we can start to dye. I like to use my airbrush here, and I use yellow coat first and later on go over the edges with some brown, just to keep everything relatively light. The same I do also with the other ingredients, just sometimes with different colors, just like here, green and yellow. And for the meat I like to use red first and then mahogany on top. The onions I dye purple and then go over it with some white acrylic paint. And on the tomatoes I also go for a few details. To finish it all up I use some resist to put everywhere. If you also put it on the edges you can use this moisture to burnish them. Once the dye is in place, we can start to sew everything together. Here, starting with the lid. To give the lid a more rounded shape, moisten it completely. Just soak it all over and then take it out, let it set for a few minutes. Use a regular breakfast bowl just like this to give everything more shape. It should be mostly round and then you just press it in and give it this round shape also to the lid. Next we go for the meat strap. Moisten it completely just like the bread edge and the salad. While still moist, we start to sew them together. On the salad we attach also the D-rings. Here the bag can later be attached. We start sewing it on, but don't forget the bread lid. And this here is the most difficult part, to sew all the layers together. You have to wiggle in the needle through all the holes to get it done for basically every hole. After the first 3 holes we can start to add ingredients, just like the cheese here. And after a few more holes we add the tomato and then the onion and then also the pickle. After we are done with around a quarter, we want to take this part of the burger and moisten it. Now we can flip over the bread edge to make this all look already a little bit more like the burger that we want. And this is how you proceed until you have around 23 holes left. And this is when you bring in the lid that we made earlier. Here you want to sew it on and correctly placed and then smashed together. This just goes all on its own. Just kidding, it's YouTube magic. The same procedure now is for our bread strap as well as the sauce. Be sure to not forget the sauce on this one. The bottom is still open, so the same goes for the base piece. The burger is now assembled, so we can moisten it completely to give it its final shape. Put it in the water, just take it out after a minute and let it set for at least 30 minutes. You want to shape the bread strap so it's less outwards bent and more straight. Push in the center of the base a little bit and then put it on the table, press it down to give it a good stand. Also adjust the bread edge if needed a little bit and put down all the ingredients. Salad and pickle you want to give it an even more wavy shape. The most important part is to press down the lid so it fits tightly and exactly on the rest of the burger. After drying we also need to attach the closure. So mark the exact position through the hole that is already existing, punch the hole, and in my case I add a Sam Brown rivet with some glue as screw locker. And then you can just close it. Close it. Well, damn. I needed to attach another piece of leather on the flesh side just behind the closure to make it more stiff. And now we can close it. And this is it. The burger bag. I hope you enjoyed this project and the video. Be sure to check out my others as well, and pattern for this and for others I got on my shop, link down below. See you guys next time. Have a great day.